So it was a victory on Tyneside this afternoon, beating Newcastle. What are your thoughts coming away from this one?
Oh, outstanding. I thought that his application, his mentality, his toughness, the steel that we talk about, was there evident for everyone to see. And I thought that first 40 minutes were near on perfect. In mind the second 40, but certainly with the ball in that first 40 minutes, the things that we did, this game plan, this game management, the half-backs and that, playing the game in the right area of the field, completing at 80-odd%. That's what you've got to do to win games when you're going so close back-to-back games in 3 or 4 days. You know, you've got to be really disciplined. You've got to manage the game correctly to save all your energies, because you're low on energy, as we know. And I thought we did that in that first 40 minutes. And I think in the second 40 minutes, I think we made 2 mistakes. So his completions were really, really high, which gave us a chance to go on and win the game. And look, these can play. We know that the brand of football they play are going to challenge teams, whoever you are, you know. So to come up here and get the result on a quick turnaround, it shows what they've got. And we talk about it, the Sheffield Steel. I thought we showed that today, because we were a little bit disappointed after Thursday. You know, we had a great 40 minutes, and then the second 40 minutes were a little bit disappointing. So we had to put it right today, and I was nervous going into this game today a little bit, because I expect they'd rested 7 players for us. They changed the team significantly. We're all hands on deck. We haven't got a luxury to rest 7 players. So, and there were people moved about. Chris didn't quite get there. Could Chris Wellham have played? Potentially, but if he'd have got a knock, he'd have probably been off the field no sooner had he gone it. So, we made the call on him, and it affects 1 or 2 people. Grimes gets an hit out. Young Ryan Johnson gets an hit out. So, yeah, it's a great performance, a great result, and takes it into a nice week now where we've got a steady week. I've got to say, we'll have a steady week and recover. His eyes on Bradford, because we want to do them, we want to do the double on them, and we know we're going to have to work hard. We're going to be home in front of us loyal fans, and the last 2 games, the first 2 home games of the new era, if you like, have been great. The fans have been there in numbers, haven't they? There's been 800 people there, and I'm sure there'll be more again at the next game. So we want to put a show on for them. And then the boys, justifiably so, is going to have a bit of downtime. We're going to have a full week away from the club so that they can recharge the battery before we go into the final or the second half of the season, with some big games coming up fast and furious. So a good day at the office, looking forward to the next one, and we're certainly looking forward to the week off as well.
How important was it to stop the bleeding in the second half, from mainly the start of it, because obviously the last 5 minutes of the first 5 minutes of the second half they scored 2 tries.
Yeah, and we talk about this a little bit, the momentum, managing the momentum swing. And for the first, look, we had 23 sets in the first half, completed 19. They had something like 14 and completed 9. So, there's a big momentum early on in that game where we had in control of it, field position and everything. There's always going to be a time when they got it, and we made a couple of back-to-back mistakes. And then they got it and scored a try on the back of it. And we talked about that at half-time. We needed to go out, start the second half with purpose and intent. And we're a little bit flat. And that's something I need to have a look at, changing rooms. And did I need to fetch somebody back, one of the senior guys, back on to stiffen us up a little bit? That's something I have to look at myself and us. But yeah, you've got to, and then you've got to wrestle it back, and we did, and we lost it, and we got it back, and that's how the game goes in ebbs and flows. So, that's going to happen to us again. What we've learned today is that we can hang in there, drop a goal, ugly drop goal, but they all count. I spoke to him at half time. I said, just keep the scoreboard ticking. Just keep ticking it over. And to do that, just took it a little bit away from him. So, there's a couple of areas. We had a couple of one-on-one misses that cost us tries. But I thought, for 80 minutes defensively, I thought we looked solid. And it's only the little blips by people knocking off concentration that have got us. So that's a credit to the guys. They're working really, really hard for each other. They're close-knit. And we talked about the togetherness before the game, is that you've got to do whatever it takes for each other today, because there'll be times when you're down and you've fallen off and you're struggling. You've got to keep turning up, and we've got that.
it's obviously been a massive few days for the lads as a whole, but for the pack, it's the York forward pack, List forward pack, needed to stand up a bit all, and that's what they were today.
Credit where credit's. These are full time. You know, we played Thursday. We came in Friday. We did a little bit of recovery and went for a breakfast. And I'd like to thank Courtyard Caff for that, because outstanding Ian and Hope and all the girls and guys there that put us on. So we didn't even train. We just came in, recovered, got us bedded right. They had Saturday off, and they turned up today and put that on there. So you haven't always got to spend all the time on the field. You know, there's times when you need to be on the field. There's times when you need to be off your feet, and we managed that correctly this weekend for them. And I thought, like I said, the performance justifiably was at the level we want, but I suppose the level that we expect. And the standards, they keep raising the bar, and it's a nice environment. It's a nice environment. It's been a nice environment all season, and long may that last. And as I say, we've got Bradford. We always have a nice ding dong with them, don't we? Really looking forward to that, because we're going to empty his tanks. We're going to drain all the energy and all the juice out of us and leave nothing left, and then they can enjoy the week. Hey, I hope someone can get away and have an holiday. That's what I'd love them to do. Whether they can or whether they can't, I don't know. But they certainly need to recharge the battery before we go. Switch the button back on and away we go for the rest of the season.
Just finally, before the game, I don't know if the Eagle Eye caught it, but Bailey, Leo and Vila having a little bit of a run around. How are they doing? Because obviously you mentioned about Vila on Thursday in the straight line running.
Yeah. He's challenging himself to be ready for the weekend against Bradford, one of his old clubs, obviously, so he's keen as mustard for that. And do we miss him? Yeah, because he's tough. He's got some steel in him, and I think Tom Holmes, I should mention, Tom Holmes has been outstanding filling in there when we know there is an halfback. So yeah, Villa's going really well. He thinks he'll be ready for this weekend. Let's have a look. If he is, he is. If he ain't, he ain't. But then there's Bailey, who's training really, really hard. He's probably July, so a month or so, and hopefully he'll be back. But you don't have to worry about these kids. You can see what they do, and Simon's doing a good job with them, getting them back ready to play.